Come on, yeah, and we are live. So thank you, Henry, for joining stream. We are actually starting up with the rest we were working on. So the first things first, to give an overview, this is what we have right now. And right now, today we are going to create a mission, like not a mission. I'm actually gonna create something like a small menu where we can actually have the player selection and stuff like that. So that's what we are gonna do today. So I'm actually gonna create a widget. I actually used generative AI to create one what do you say one image for the main menu. So that's we are going to add that one. Let's create a user widget and let's type it main menu. And here I'm actually gonna do a couple of things over here. So first one is I'm actually gonna put a canvas, the canvas panel with a dimension of 1920 cross 1080, and then an image, and image should be full screen and offset 000 and 0. Okay, and I'm gonna like replace that blank image with this particular thing over here. So we have the menu and that kind of looks okay. I mean, like, we have something right, and for the most part it looks kind of okay. So next thing what I have to do is like we have to have a couple of buttons over here, and for that we are actually gonna do something like this, and anchoring should be on the middle, I believe, and another button over here and another button over here. And what we need to do over here is like we have to set the sensitivity, I mean the opacity. So for opacity what we can do is like we can just set it to 0. Oh, why it didn't work? I think I probably need to set the opacity of everything. Let's actually do that. Then for all the buttons I'm actually gonna put it as 0. So if it is pressed, 0, hovered, plus. So actually if you click here there will actually be buttons, but you won't be able to see that. So on the start button we are gonna promote it to a variable, compare it, and on clicked what I have to do is like we have to open level by object reference maybe. Okay, and then go here, select your game level main, and that's actually it. And for the exit what we can do is like same, let's promote it to a variable, and let's type quit game. Okay, so that's a couple of things which we made. And I'm going to the level select over here. I'm probably gonna change some stuff over here. So this is a thing which we were planning, but right now I have something simple, so I'm gonna delete. Let it be there. Let me just create another level and then empty level. Let's name it main menu. Okay, and here what you have to do is like you have to open up the level the level blueprint. On begin play just type create widget. The widget should be the main menu widget we just created here, and add to viewport, and here get player controller, and I think that's it basically. So if I press the play button you can see that I have a menu over here, and if I press the start button, oh, what happened? Okay, I think I need to do something. I have to set the game mode on both the levels maybe, and game mode, and how does that work? I really need to check how that works. I'm going for the main menu again. Okay, and right now it works fine, no problems, everything looks cool and stuff like that. Yeah, that's actually pretty decent. So that's the menu we just made. I probably need to have some more icons, you know, to have to put it on my game. So let me just ask generative AI to create some images. Shield image, Flappy Bird inspire button. I'm gonna ask perplexity over there, and also on Gemini you may not be able to see my screen because I have not enabled sharing. But yeah, that's what I'm actually gonna make. So this is the menu we have, and one more thing I have to do is like I have to put the show cursor. So from here, show UI and UI set input mode UI only, and after that I have to call here and let's say set show mouse cursor and let it be enabled. So what happens is like when I play the game I can actually see the mouse cursor, like you can see it, right? So yeah, that's what we just made over here, and that looks pretty decent. So the next thing which I'm planning, um, what are powers I have actually. I have a shield and a shrink. Okay, let me just do a couple of stuff over here, and just give me a second. And I believe this should work fine. So a couple of things which I like think is like the base option being like once you actually hit the sky or something, I should theoretically die. There's It doesn't make sense. So yeah, so I just created one stuff over here. So this will be my this will actually be the UI which I'm making over here. So on the main UI I'm actually gonna replace this shield by this icon over here. Oh shit, where's icon? Yeah, this icon over here, and hopefully it looks kind of cartoonish, and I think that's pretty good. And when I am clicking it I want the opacity to reduce it a little bit, and then maybe add a small greenish or some tint over here. I think that looks okay. And this is supposed to be a string. I don't know why it's showing as play. Yeah, but we probably need something over there. So I'm gonna add a button over here. Not a button, maybe text box. No, text box. Yeah, that kind of looks okay, right? And I'm gonna put it over here. Oh no, it has to go on the horizontal box over there. Okay, and let me just type some text over here. Let's see how that looks. Okay, that's not that great. I probably need to do some stuff over there. And I think that looks okay. So the plan is to have a lot of powers added, but initially I'm gonna start with the basics, like just a couple of powers, and then we can probably proceed more further with that. So that's the whole plan of this thing at least. So I have another icon over here, and I'm gonna do something like just generated a string icon also, so I'm gonna put it over there. What is this? Yeah, so I have a string icon over here, and I'm gonna uh, this is string icon. I'm gonna replace it with this new icon which I just created. So that looks kind of good. We have a shrink. This play button is kind of you know uh, that shrink icon I probably need to change. I mean the play button. So at least this is what I have right now. So a couple of things will also come in the picture after some time. So right now only these two particular options are over there. And one more thing I'm planning is like we have to have a uh, just a second. Yeah, so this thing I have to change, and I believe I can probably do something like let me just do a quick stuff over here. I think this looks cool, but we have multiple options that should come into picture. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do here is like I'm actually gonna go here. Oh, not there, not there. Okay, here, and I'm gonna call this thing over here. I don't know how that looks. We have a shield option over there. I'm gonna open this up, shrink and shield. Oh man, that looks bad. That kind of looks very bad. So what else I can do? Let me do something over here. Yeah, I think we also have a shield option set up. So this is gonna be shield. I'm gonna replace this with this particular icon which I generated. Yeah, that looks much better. So we have a shield and also this thing over here. Now what we need is like we have to have some icon set over here to show like this is a coin, this is a live, stuff like that. So that's what we need to do. So right now it looks pretty decent. I probably need to scale it a little bit, but yeah, we can actually do that. We can actually do it right now, I believe. So I'm gonna click that this canvas panel, I believe. No, this canvas panel. I'm gonna scale it over here, and on the boxes I probably need to increase the size, but let me just try something. Maybe 1.5 is too much. That's too much. 1.2, 1.3, no, 1.2, 1.2, and that looks kind of okay. See, the one thing which I am thinking is like I'm actually gonna do that. I'm actually gonna swap a couple of things over here. So I'm actually gonna move this button. I'm gonna put it over here, and yeah, and this shield should actually go over here. Yeah, so a couple of just a couple of things over here, and I'm actually gonna scale it so that it will match 1.5, like 1.5, or maybe 2, or 2 maybe too much, right? I think that's kind of good. At least I believe that's kind of good. So once you start the play, yeah, that looks good. So one more thing which I need to do, I have to draw it as an image, image and image. So what happens now that it will look more aesthetic like this, it will feel like that. So yeah, now I need more stuff, the basics. I need a high score system, so I need to have something shown here. So what I can do for that? Hmm, so probably we can do, we need to get this value. So there are two values over here. Like one is that the distance which you covered. Distance, I'm thinking, let's actually make it interesting. We probably need to add something else over here to make it uh, look cool. But I'm probably gonna shit. I'm probably gonna move this text over here, and let me just put it on the center. Let's actually uh, position it 0 0, and alignment I think zero point 0.5 and 0.5 maybe. What about the size? Let's keep it as 128, and here also 128. Yeah, I think that kind of looks okay. And here we have to make it center justified so that it looks kind of good over here. And I'm probably gonna change the color a little bit. Yeah, I think that looks decent, right? Now just play it out. I think that kind of looks okay. So for this, I'm actually thinking about like let's actually find the time or something like that, and maybe I think I probably need to do that. Instead of just randomly putting this point over here, right? I think that's actually correct only. But here I have one more option called the coins, right? So, oh fish, that was hard. So what I can do is like this should be the the coin option over there. So let me just check for any coin stuff I have. Nothing, seriously, no icons, nothing. I seriously thought there will be something, but no. Let me just open up the AI stuff over here. So before we do that, I'm actually gonna finish setting up this the image, everything over here. So open up your the main menu. Where is it? This is the one, right? Yeah. And here I'm actually gonna do something called canvas, a small canvas over here, and I'm gonna do something called uh, horizontal box on that, and on the box I'm gonna add an image on the horizontal box, and this should be fill, and the image I'm gonna put this high score thing over here. So high score, oh, why does it look so awkward? I think I probably need to set it to UI. Yeah, that's much better. And this thing is actually kind of crooked, so I probably need to fix that. And that looks pretty decent. And I'm gonna increase the canvas dimension a little bit over here, and here let's add another a small text text box, rich text box, maybe no text box. I think that should be fine, and I'm gonna do it something like this, and the text should be 1. Oh, that's kind of, that doesn't look that great. Let me just do something. Text style, font, I'm gonna increase the font dimension, and then I'm gonna make it bold. And is there a justification for this thing? Like, there should be something, right? Yeah, justification. And the color, so what should be the color? What is this? No, let's clear that. I don't need that. Okay, I probably need to have this color set up, and I don't find anything good. I think we can go with that. And text, what is this? I don't know what that is. Let's actually remove that. And background image normal, I'm gonna change the tint a little bit. Yeah, I think that looks good. And I'm gonna change the text color. Oh, yeah, I think that looks kind of okay. And I'm gonna anchor it to the center over here. So let's see how that looks. Yeah, that looks kind of decent, right? That looks decent. Oh, I'm able to edit this thing. Oh shit. Shit. No, that's not what we want. That's not what we want. We have probably need to delete that. Let's add a text as such. What is this text box? I don't know what that is. I'm just gonna go with a simple text over here. I think that should be fine. And center aligned. Let's call it 1, and I'm gonna increase the scale a little bit over here. That looks decent. I'm changing the color. I don't know what color will suit over here, but what about that? That doesn't look that amazing, but yeah. No, that doesn't look great. Okay, I'm going to go with a bold, and so this can be that much. I don't care about that. If there was a shadow, it would have been good, right? Shadow color. Okay. We are getting somewhere. Shadow offset. I don't know what the heck that is. Okay. We are actually. Okay. 0.1 and 0.1, 0.3 and 0. Oh, not 0. 0.3. Yeah, that looks nice, by the way. That looks extremely nice. So that's what we have right now, and maybe we can actually animate this text also. Like, we can do all the stuff, right? So let's do that then. Let's actually go to animations over here, and on the animation let's create one, and then add text over here, and I click on that, or I click on the plus. Let's add a transform. No, not a transform, right? Render opacity, and here I'm going to set it as 1. I'm going to scale it down, and midpoint it should become, let's say, 0.9. Let's add a plus over here. Okay, and then I'm increasing this little bit over here. Okay, and this should be actually 0.9, and this should be back to 1. Yeah, that will look good. I think that will look cool, but we probably need to reduce this value. Let's actually reduce it to 0.7. Yeah, that looks nice. And on the event graph, what you have to do is like on the begin play or the construct, we have to drop this animation over here, and let's type play animation, and let's put it on 0 so that it will loop forever, and let's see how that looks. Yeah, that kind of gives the retro feel, right? So that's what we have right now. I think we are good still now. It looks kind of decent, right? No, nothing fancy and stuff like that, but still, yeah. Okay, now what? Now we actually have to have a variable which will be you saving that stuff and all. So what we can do over there, so we just created a save file, right? So I'm just gonna check whether we created that. So no logic, I'm probably gonna create one more save file. Let's do that real quick. Blueprint class, and save game. I'm gonna call it bp underscore save game, and in that I'm actually gonna create a variable called high score. Let's create a variable high score, and it should be integer. Okay, so that's taken care of. And now what we need to do is like we actually need to save that. So how we can do that? And one thing which I am thinking about is like we probably need to save the current points, right? High score and points. Okay, we know what to do. So I'm going back to the project over here, and this is supposed to be the Flappy Bird blueprint I have, and in here we actually have something called points. I think this is the one, right? So let's find who is actually updating that. I believe we are incrementing it like every time, right? So we probably need to find who that is. Okay, we have this the pipe. Okay, so the pipe is the one who is actually incrementing it. So what we can do over here is like we need to get what's the current score, and then we probably need to find it with what's high score. So for that, what we can do is like we can just create another custom event or something like that. Maybe over here, let's create a custom event, save high score. Okay, we are good on that. And here we have to have a couple of things. So the first thing is like let's have something like does save game exist, and the save slot uh, I think save slot should be fine. I think that should be. We probably need to put one variable over there, and let's do something. I think the save slot can be anything. It's just a file name, right? So it doesn't matter. Let's keep it as such, and let's type a branch over here, and from the branch we probably need to cast to the save game which we made. So how we can do that? Does save game exist? Yes. If so, true. Load game from slot, I believe. Load game from slot. Okay, and here I'm gonna cast it to bp over thing, and this is the same point which I want, but let's put it as score. Sorry, we should be very careful with the naming over here, right? Else it will get corrupted, so be very careful for that. And from there we actually have a variable called get high score, right? So we'll get the high score over here, and Let's do one more thing over here. So if the save game test don't exist, we probably need to create a new one over here, and then the save game should be bp save game, and save game to slot, and the slot should be score. I hope this is correct. I seriously hope that is correct. Okay, so what if what if we reach the high score, right? So we probably need to save that. Again, I'm gonna call from here. I'm gonna call save game to slot. The slot name being the score over here, and user index I believe should go here. I think. Oh no, maybe here. And this thing should actually go over here. I think this is correct. Let me just check it real quick if I miss something over here, but I believe like this is correct. I think I think we are good, right? Yeah, I think we are good over here. This looks pretty correct over here. So yeah. So now when should I call this? So that's the main point. So here I probably need to have one function, like I should actually get a function to read what's the current status, or I mean the current variable value, and if it actually is there, I probably need to call that. So here I'm gonna put a branch, and on the branch I'm actually gonna call this thing over here. So what I can do is, like, let me just open up this, and then let's create one. We can create that. Let me just call that over here, and the points should actually go over to this thing. This actually needs to have a input, and that input should be an integer, and current score. Okay, that looks decent, and this should actually go over here. So basically we will get the what's the current point over here, and that point will actually go over here. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Nothing much, right? Yeah, I think that looks kind of good. And one more thing, should I actually do that? I think I can directly go here, right? Let's actually look on that anyway. So once that is done, I will actually go here, and here it will check, well, what's the current score and stuff like that. And what I need to do here is I need to check if my high score is less than, or in other words, the score which I have is greater than the high score. Okay, and if so, then save that to slot. Oh, if so, you should go to the branch, and the same value should actually go to the user index. So I believe that's correct. I think it looks okay. So what now? What now? Like, since if the save game is not there, then I have to use this directly over here and then put it over here. Yeah, so what happens, like if there is no high score like before, we will just update it with what value I have right now. So that kind of looks okay. Yeah, then that's pretty decent over here. And next thing which I need to do is, like, I probably need to copy this thing over here, this much, and then go to the main menu, which I just have over here, and on the text icon, on the text, I mean, I have to do a binding over here, create binding, and then call this thing over here. And on the get text, I probably need to call something like get high score over here. Yeah, if it does not exist, it doesn't do much, so like it will be there, it won't be doing anything. So yeah, and let's see how that looks. I don't have a score right now. I'm actually gonna go through this loop over here. I'm gonna die. I hope it got saved. Oh no, it did not save. Why did it not save? And I believe it's, then just try something over here. No, yes, it's showing us yes. So the save game does exist. So are we not saving it to that? So that's the next question which I have over here. So if the current score is greater than the high score, then we will do that. Okay, and let's type print and saved. Okay, I'm saved. Okay, I don't see any issue over there, but I'm saved, and the value should actually be this thing over here. It's actually updating it correctly. Like, I don't see an issue why it's not showing up over there. I probably need to add a print over here. Just type print, and let's put it over here, and let's see how that looks. It's always 0, so something is definitely off. I think I probably need to open up the bird settings. Does it have a save game option somewhere? Like save? No, right? No, nothing is there. On the B dash game mode, that looks fine. Does that have a save item over there? Nothing, right? No, I think that's actually good. So it's actually showing as 0. That's kind of confusing. Why is it showing like 0? I don't need that. I'm opening up this thing over here, and I'm gonna check why that's happening. So on the pipe, right, I actually appended the value, so that looks good. I don't know what's wrong over there. Let me just do some research real quick. Save game to slot, and slot name. I think the user index is the one which is actually not right. So let me just do something. Set high score. I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah. And then let's put it over here, and let's try that again. So we have one. I just stop the game. Once I start, yes, the user index was the one which was actually wrong. So yeah, we finally got it, and that's how it looks over here. So we right now have a save and load functionality over there. I'm just gonna give it a try, another try. So right now the high score is 1, right? So theoretically if I go 2 positions over here, then if I restart the game it should show 2. So that's working fine. So we have a simple save and load system over there. So that's all I wanted to cover on this particular topic over here today. So we can probably continue tomorrow, and I'm actually gonna do a Android build maybe tonight and see how that actually moves. So yeah.